And we're back again. Seems like for some reason my phone needed a restart before it wanted to stream to my PC. But otherwise, we're back. And otherwise... I don't know, I mentioned that I wanted to stream... I think the music's a bit loud. Wanted to stream, well, or at least farm some expert High Zodiark. Potentially look at building some units for Master Ciella tomorrow as well. And what else? What else? Potentially look at carrying people through, at least attempting to carry people through Omega 3. If possible, I don't know. Let's see, what was my Mordecai build? There we go. The team's called Rainbow Stomp, but it's not very rainbowy. But it essentially involved a bit of Mordecai. I mean, like, the only thing I could do to improve this team at the moment, I think, would be to... Let's see, everything's fully augmented in terms of prints. Prints might not be, like, 100% optimal, but, yeah, trying to do what I could. And... who knows, maybe, like, some of the healing double buff isn't entirely necessary. I'm not entirely sure. Like, some of it could be slightly more offensively focused, I reckon. But in terms of equipment, I think the only thing I could do is craft an Agacho sword for, blade for Mordecai as well. Otherwise, I don't think there's too much. I think I'm actually still lacking materials for an Agacho blade. I believe, yeah, need like just a couple more, I believe like 50 more gold fragments for the Agato blade. And that would have my Mordecai set up about as well as we could manage. Otherwise, we are here for just a bit of an expert High Zodiark abuse to start things off, I think. I'll probably go with pubs for a bit and see if anyone in chat wants to jump in. That is not what I wanted to tap. And now I'm actually starting to lose track of where I've got all the teams set up. I don't even know if this team doesn't even make sense anymore, does it? Yeah, 13% strength above 10 hits. Maybe it makes sense. If we've got Flurry going on. Yeah, maybe I'm better off with just like another wand. Let's see who makes sense. It gives us defense. Gives us shadow res. And this one obviously gives us the inspiration as well. Very slight micro optimization, and even then, I don't think I've actually got Lucretia maxed out. No. Either way, I don't think now is the time to really be trying to sink resources into light units. So we will settle for sticking the Fafnir on Radiant Schwanzung and calling it a day, I think. That's for everything else. So he's got skill prep, paralysis, punisher, and some really basic stuff otherwise. I may even have an Agato sword for Yuden, but I think for the purposes of farming expert High Zodiark, it's not too bad. Duck, cheese, and PTO? I think Metcalf struggled to pronounce your name yesterday as well, huh? He didn't really... I don't think we've ever gotten down to getting you to mention how you pronounce it. I think last time I asked... Last time it came up, I think you just mentioned that nobody really gets it right. But, I don't know. I kind of reflexively want to just stick an extra syllable in there and just say cheese and potato. It's Autozillus? Aha, why am I Autozillus? Hey Seaflat, how you doing? Why Autozillus? Autogalia. What have you been seeing? What? because I don't remember posting anything about autos anywhere except for my own Discord. You're wearing the same shirt? Hey, I like this hoodie, okay? And it's been... My streams are days apart. Grab yourself some flowers very quick. You like that hoodie? Yeah, it's actually a hoodie from a food vlogger on YouTube. I believe she goes by the name of... Actually, I have no idea what she calls herself. It's, I actually completely lost. Cup of TJ, that's her name. See, if I was a really cool just streaming chatter, I'd probably show you videos of Cup of TJ. She does some really odd videos, but she's mainly a food vlogger. Does some like holiday experience stuff as well. Hey, Hayashu, how's things? Hayashu? Here, XU. How's things? But yeah, this is... the hoodie is a piece of merch from a food vlogger on YouTube. It costs like... somewhere in the realms of like 30-something pounds. I'd call that like $45 US maybe. 175 Malaysian ringgit? I don't know. I can't really exchange to every currency in the world, but... I don't know. I suppose USD most people know how to convert from their own to that. Funky audio things. It's just a side effect of the way that I stream to my phone. Do I have gamble enabled? I think I disabled a lot of the point stuff because, like, I was wary of people getting distracted, but I suppose having distractions is actually kind of good. Wait, Metcalf's at number 1? Oh, it must be because he raided me, huh? Yeah, I can re-enable gambling and stuff. If you guys want to get spicy. If you guys want to get spicy. Can re-enable gambling on all the random point shenanigans. Let's see. Continue with the farming. Let's have a look at chat commands. Ready up. Oh, and we also have the free 10 pull, and then the daily deal I do as well. So, let's enable give points and... Gamble? Where's gamble? Because it doesn't show up in the list. That's curious. Is it something else? Because I have give points, but nothing to do with gambling. Unless it's like some mysterious like Streamlabs command that I don't have for some reason. Then again, I don't use Streamlabs, I use Stream Elements. It could be that it's lacking there. Oh shit, it's not dead yet. I took my hands off the phone. Oh jeez. Hey Fresh Beeps, how's things? Is my... Actually... I wonder if my stream's even set properly. I forget to check this half the time. Because if I'm unlucky, it might still be set on something like Genshin Impact. Let's see. See, stream info wise, me streamer, Dragalia lost. That seems about right. Yeah, okay, no, that's all fine. That is all fine. Then, hey Louisa, how's things? Exclamation point Instagram? I'm not that cool, not just yet. Seafert, you. Hey Coniato, how's things? Hey Astro, thanks for popping by. How you guys? See, I'm mostly trying to churn through a bunch of Expert High Zodiark, but if there's enough people in chat, I guess we can open things up. As for why I'm farming Expert High Zodiark, I think I just want enough. Like, I have a surplus of wings, surplus of ashes, that kind of thing. And with the whole double drops thing, I mean, like, now is the time to use them, right? Nobody baited. Must Ciella is in 2 days? Is it not tomorrow? Am I getting screwed by time zones and like people saying, because I've heard it on the too many high mercury horns? Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what you auto or just what you're grinding in general. Because horns are only from master, right? If I remember correctly. But yeah, no, I did do like 50 runs of a Master High Mercury, and like, horns-wise, let's see where I'm at. Horns-wise, yeah, I mean like, given that they're almost equal with the number of tails now, I probably have a bit too much in terms of horns. Since Orichalcum and stuff. Yeah, now's the time to spam Master and stuff. Let's see, what's on solo? It is Master High Mercury on solo farming, yeah. But we do get better drops from them in multiplayer, or at least the rates are slightly up. That's my auto High Mercury team. It's very similar to the... In fact, it's the same as what you'd use for Expert Ciella. It's like Grace, Templar Hope, Ranzel, Silas? Yeah. Those four. And like, it works for the most part. Oh yeah, and I have Fafnir's on them. Hey actress, what's things? In fact, yeah, I'll just show you real quick what I've been using. So if I go to solo, get a High Mercury. But yeah, it's mostly uninteresting. Templar, Ranzel, Silas, Grace. I was about to call her like Gala Race for some reason. First letter G screws me over. Hey Kudo, how's things? But gold Fafnir'd up, and the prints could probably use a bit of work. I have the EXP print on Race as well. Yeah, now is real bad for people in their honey situation. I've noticed that Grace will very occasionally die. I don't know if I want to actually swap one of the skill prep prints so she doesn't immediately use her shield, because I found that she's so busy trying to spam her 4-strike after shielding that actually it wouldn't make a difference, because she ends up like shield gets removed from the opening blast, she's at lower hit points, and then like she stands in place and ends up eating like the opening dash or something. And that normally sometimes kills her, it depends if somebody happens to bait it in another direction. Then sometimes we get a bit lucky. It's not important, but your clock's been frozen for a while. It's because I didn't really actually re-enable it. And normally I would have it open, at least the program I use for controlling the clock and stuff is what I'd use for the countdown, but you know, since we're not doing a stream at ridiculously degen time, I can probably get away with just turning it off. But why are people farming dragons again? I mean... Oh no, it's because weapon bonuses. Weapon bonuses are a thing. So if we go to upgrades and we go to weapons, go to high dragon weapons, if you want to activate one of the weapon bonuses, weapon bonus, bam, 1.5% strength and hit points to all sword units, not just flame swords, but it costs a bunch of high dragon materials. It's the same for Agito, but Agito's a much longer term goal. But yeah, like weapon bonuses are a much longer term goal now for people to aim towards, and I think now is the time to try and burn through your stores of honey and ashes to like make it, just, you know, get more value out of the existing, well, honey and ashes you have, because the return for them is now better than any other time of the year, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna set a wind conditional room if people want to hop in and farm some expert High Zodiark. You have 1,000 golden honey? Oh my god. Where am I at? Yeah. Just starting the farm stuff. We're on like day 1 or 2 and I've already chewed through like 100 gold honey. This feels kind of uncomfortably low, honestly. And these are really tempting to use as well. These are really tempting, but I want to keep them. It's weird. I've got 24 of everything else from like the Fire Emblem, the Monster Hunter, the Mega Man events, but the Christmas stuff, we only have 8 pieces? It's super weird. Super weird. Using all of those but leaving one of each? Yeah, I mean like for collection's sake. I guess it makes sense. But, oh man. I kind of just... It feels wrong to use them, you know? It's like they're too good to use almost. But yeah, the camera is actually slightly different compared to usual. Like for some reason it's less zoomed in than it normally is. Don't know if I want to change that. How closely do you guys want to see my face? Might as well burn wormites too? Oh god, that's real. Blasphemous. Jeez. Okay, we zoomed in a bit, but my phone's still in shot. It's really weird. I don't know if I want to... feels weird. 1.2k wormite, you can get more than a 10 pull? Yeah, Oh, do you mean you can't get more than a 10 pull? Wait, what? Mildly confusing, but we'll open things up to light units now. Went for broke on the Xenoban, I had to spark her and didn't get any other galas. Jeez. I mean, she's fun to play at least, but... Oh man. Oh man. He's saying you get shit units on 10 pulls? Yeah. Jeez. How are you guys anywhere near endgame without wormite refreshes? I've just been playing since like week 2. And like bar like 1 or 2 days, I don't think I've ever let my like wings or like my stamina and honey and wings and stuff cap. So I've been pretty like consistent with making sure everything's, you know, being used up. Oh, we broke before the dash. I'm not even gonna get the skill in. Oh god. But yeah, your end game. I think being consistent and just using up all the resources you're given helps. That is all I've done, and I don't know. I think just spending it on the right things, I guess. But even then, like a lot of the time, God, my train of thought got derailed. What just happened? Yeah, no, like until I think until Agito, most of the time I only ever did High Midgard Zorma, like expert at most. But yeah, Daikokuten with her doubled mods, 2.0, or him, I don't know. Daikokuten's a mouse, we don't assume gender here, but I don't know, do be wary, because the sim is doing some weird things as well. I mean, Yuden in general is good, but the sim, for some reason, is sticking, like... It's sticking Frostbite Punisher and Xander shared skill on everyone. It's just like, it's not always going to work that way, you know? Yeah, I try and... I look at the sim occasionally and then I'm just like... Huh. Xander shared skill, huh? But, you know, given that they kind of consistently put Xander shared skill on... like 70% of the roster, I guess, like... You know, it's... I don't know why I keep eating that. I swear I'm not bad at this game. I buy Xander skills, eh? Is that what you're telling me to do? That's the thing! No doubt you're going to see some people using it just because that's what the sim's telling people to use, and you know, with the fact that it actually... does it give Frostbite by itself? I'm not sure. I think it might Frostbite? And if there's enough people using it, you know, it might start making sense. The music's louder than I'd like it to be. There we go. It does Frostbite? Oh my god. That's the thing though, I actually already bought Xander Shared Skill even before 2.0. I bought it when Ayaha and Otaha were first released. And I tried to use it on Karina because I thought it might be really good, but then it turns out that like Summer Cleo stuff is even better. And substitute one for the other, I mean, it makes sense to an extent. But I have both. Does Frostbite, goodness me. Yeah, the sim's gonna do some weird things and like everyone's running fucking his clever brother, I believe. That's the Frostbite Punisher print. Who knows? I guess we'll see. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, there is a point where it does make sense to use it if there's enough people also enabling Frostbite. Dalfi's prepared skill shares Verica. Is that because of like the 15% strength buff or something? I don't know, it's so dumb. You set, like, for the light roster on The Sim, for example, if you set team DPS to like 100k, then you get like fucking Hildegard at like number 7 with a dragon build and Daikokuten. It's just like, huh. Hildegard number 7. Hildegard's number 7 because of her, I mean, I guess part of it's a 15% strength buff and the fact that she's just abusing Daikokuten. I mean, like, it's kind of cute, but we also have to take into account that, like, for a fight like Tartarus, for example, you're not going to have the luxury of being able to dragon every split, you know, every time it's ready. How did... I was fairly certain that Spit always targeted the closest person, but it's curious. I feel like I should have been the one targeted there. We're only missing Cerise and Gala Prince. I mean, Cerise is a funny case, like, she actually ended up being kinda mediocre upon release. I tried to use her for Volk anyway, but... Yeah. Konayara asks, what do you think about the Dream Summoning Pool, also including Dragonyor and the Ieyasu gang? I think it's about time, honestly? Funky audio things, because like Ieyasu, limited from, is it over 2 years ago now? It would have been New Year's just after the game's launch in 2018? So almost 2 years, right? Yeah. And Dragonyule, yeah, I remember Dragonyule. Dragonyule Jan. Yeah, it's about time. Like, being almost 2 years. Is that about right for Grand Blue Fantasy as well? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like Gala units, or I believe they're called Zodiacs, there get added to the permanent pool after a while. Oh. Fuck! I thought I'd input the dodge, but instead I just ended up... Oh my god, end me. Yeah, I totally meant to activate Dragon with Yuden's co-ability. I can't even. Jesus. You're still missing Halloween Edward and Dragonyule Nefaria. Oh god, I went so deep for the Dragonyule units. I think I walked away with all of them, just about. Just about. I don't know if that was... I think that's before I started doing poll videos there, so... Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything in terms of, like, any historical record of what I pulled for that. Will Halloween Loan be back this year? I think it's very likely. I mean, like, I don't think there's any event that we've had that hasn't also had the previous limited units associated with that sort of seasonal event included. Like with last year's Zodiac units, the Mitsuhira and that gang, you know, Ieyasu was there, I believe. He'll probably be in the pool, but I don't think he'll be on Focus. They could very well rerun the showcase with him in it. If they offer another like split focus kind of thing. Now that we have sigils, there's less reason to make them permanent. Yeah, but it also means that, like... don't know. Because with sigils, unless you have a gala showcase, it's unlikely that they'll actually be in a... how to say it? The exchange shop? I don't know, even with sigils, like sigils was like a big surprise anyway. Given that we have pretty decent flow of free currency already, like look at me, I have 52k Wormite. After like maybe 2 or 3 months of saving since Gala Cat. Expected Dragalia's lost but got a Carl's Jr. ad? You got an ad? Hey Ace! But, geez, just... because I don't run any ads on this channel, but I guess it's just like affiliate stuff, huh? Valentine characters are an exception. Yeah, have there been any other sort of seasonal things? It's always Valentine stuff. Oh god, yeah, my internet is actually kind of... I guess my internet's kind of shitting the bed today. Bridal stuff not limited as well? Yeah. Ace, if you go to... I believe there is a post on the livestream fails subreddit that shows you how you can modify your ad block filters to like specifically block the Twitch scripts that run ads. I wonder if I'm allowed to say that on Twitch. Jeez. But yeah, the livestream fail subreddit does have some posts about how to finagle your ad block, but I believe you have to be using uBlock Origin. If it's bullshit, then I don't mind. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Let's look at this. We have a Chimera Tech Alphonse. You know, it's about time. It's a bit easier nowadays. By the way, New Year's stuff that's not Zodiacs are 99% gonna be Yukata, same as summer. Really? You could do. Could do. That's what Crumbly Fantasy World Flipper does. Whatever happened to World Flipper? I heard some really rough stuff went on with them nerfing a unit. Infinite Shishimai grind rerun, never ever Pepe hands. Ah, jeez. God, I didn't care enough to actually go into that infinite cycle. Like, I was aware of it, but I was just like, you know, I got better things to do with my time, and I wasn't that deep into Dragalia back then. I mean, granted, I think I'd already spent money on Dragalia back then, but you know, that's a secret between you and me. Nobody else has to know that. In Wild Flipper, one of the wind units early, 2 OP or something. Ah, the nerf. Actually, what even is Wild Flipper? Is it some sort of pinball game? Oh, hey Tanji, how's things? Mirabelle, her death down is per hit. What is... I've never actually looked up Wild Flipper, so I'm not entirely sure what kind of game it is. It's pinball. But pinball and defense down are not exactly terms you expect to hear in conjunction with each other. Kind of like Monster Strike? Is that like another one of those sort of like block bouncing kind of games. Okay, yeah, I guess if you change the numbers to like some number of hit points or something, I guess you can sort of wrangle some combat system into it. I put this bus in a terrible place, but these guys are just gonna have to deal with it. Bit of Monster Strike. It's like Billard mechanics. If you guys really want to see a shit show, check out what Exos Heroes recently did. Oh god, what did they do? What did they do? I think, is anyone in the chat still in this lobby? Because I can remake if that's the case. I've just been farming really hard. I think Idris possibly joined while we were still window tuned, but yeah, I'm gonna click that Reddit link because I have no common sense. Let's see what it says. Exos Heroes offering an option to buy 100k plus currency to unban accounts? Why is there a Hildegard here? Okay, whatever. After an update, 369 accounts mistakenly received 1 million X's gacha currency instead of 1 million gold. Any affected accounts found to spend this currency and go below 1 million currency were banned. Okay, this email details an option offering to pay back one account's 180k debt by purchasing crystals a week after the email. Oh my god. No. Wait. So basically, person spent currency they didn't have, got banned for it, and were offered the option to pay it back. Man, that's really something. That's really something. Why aren't they just doing a rollback on the affected accounts? Wow, that's impressive, honestly. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, alright, so I've got to scroll back up chat a bit just to see what's happened since. Exos, you're in it, you're Aegis. Okay. Yeah, we can keep kicking. I think one more. Oh, we're still here. Okay. So we'll do one more, and then I'll remake with some. No, I'll remake with a conditional room again and get some more people in chat involved if they want to be. Apparently, more than a week ago. The worst thing is, if you had paid back for the X's you'd spent, they took away exclusive weapons that you ended up buying? The ban was just 1 month, but community were angry and demanded harsher punishment. It's now 6 months. There are actually people defending the developers. Jesus. That's real. That's real weird. Disconnection. I don't know if that's my internet. It could very well be my internet that's causing things to crap out. But yeah, I'll remake. Please carry, I've never touched a Zodi. Yeah. I don't know, man. Even the fact that some people are defending the developers for... I mean, I don't know. Okay, so it all started off with a developer mistake. I mean, yeah. I don't know. There's just a chain of screwy stuff. Where's my mod dialogue? Do I need a mod? I'm not popular enough to need a mod Sifa. But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's kind of rough. Let's remake this room anyway with this wind conditional again. We'll let people hop in. And let's see, in terms of stream manager, what am I doing? What am I doing? But yeah, Expert Zodiark is geez. Because after ban edge, it'll all be negative premium gems. You pay them back so you can whale again, and the stuff you got apparently is taken on top. It's kind of weird. Yeah, the thing for being the most useless mod out there. That is perfectly fine. I don't I don't think I actually need a functional mod at the moment. Metcalf doesn't even trust Seafoot to carry viewers in Omega 3. That's right. Who was it before that he wanted? It was Sharktooth and Roan? Ah, geez, it's kind of rough. Yeah, but let's see. Win conditional. So if you want Zodiark carries, maybe. Can I carry? I don't know. I don't have the like staying power to really keep going if things go to shit. You refreshed with Ash to help. He's like, get Sharkin. Yeah, I was there. That was so funny. You were just in chat saying like, oh, I used Ashes to join and help out. Got kicked out immediately afterwards. Ah, jeez. But yeah, Sifat Long. Cantonese literally butthole. You know. Fun times. If anyone doesn't understand, well, you do now. But yeah, just waiting for the day that like I finish a stream. Somebody asked me, why have you been saying butthole into your microphone over and over again? Wait, Zenny, you speak Kanto? I might do, I might not. It's a mystery. It is a mystery. Because I can say Sifat Lung or Sifat Long. Who knows? It's a mystery. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, something happened in Fire Emblem Heroes too? People bought premium currency. Devs detected this and set their stash to negatives? Huh? Oh, is it? Ah, yes, it's not butthole, but butt dragon, is it? Is that how we're doing things? It's a while back. So people bought premium currency and then set their stash to negatives? But why is bought in... Why is it in quotation marks? What is that implying? I don't know, it's kind of funky. It's a kind of funky way of doing things. So, it was Wakata Baka who wanted the carry, right? Is that you in here? As Ventus? Ah, some illegitimacy in their purchases. Ah, you're in. Okay. Yeah, if it's slightly funky, or at least dubious means of getting currency, then yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, burn back the stuff, but like, it's super weird that, like, in Exos, they actually made them... You said they gave them, like, a time limit? Or at least is that what it said? They had a time limit to pay back their currency deficit, that kind of thing. You've not learned how this fight runs? You shouldn't be too exposed to stuff. Like, if I bait the breath properly at the front, at the start, it's fine. Then there's poison spits, which the first one targets the closest person, as far as I can tell. But then for anything after that, you know, there's dashes. Oh Jesus, what have I done? But nothing's straight up lethal anymore, so as long as you don't stand in the goop or whatever is going on, then I think you're good. I feel like back in the day, like that dash you ate just now, there's a good chance it would have killed you. Congratulations! Is that your expert Zodiark first clear? Comfortably enough. Old mobile games that didn't have proper server in-game purchases could be tricked to buy stuff without paying. I mean, like, I think it's just down to packet sniffing and then, you know, verifying, you know, transactions or sort of just any request you're making to the server. But yeah, congratulations, Wakata, for your first expert Zodiark clear. If I were a cool kid like Mekath, I would play that Evangelion clip, but I'm in fact not very cool at all, and you'll have to settle for me saying it personally. Congratulations on your first clear. In due time. I don't know, man. Part of me is just lazy. There's not quite enough fluff in this fluff stream. Gotta head out. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Ace. Probably hop on the train some other time. Yeah, it's okay. Thanks for dropping by anyhow. But the letter for the guy is exactly like a suitcase drop off the ransom. Is that like a private message from the developers being like, hey, you screwed up? Ah, finishing with a big hit skills always feels nice. Yeah, saw that Galazena 4-strike there at the end as well. All good. Shiny lights, that kind of thing. I only just recently got done reading her adventurous story, or watching, however you want to call it. It's okay. I actually read the stories. I don't actually leave them to just whenever I need worm. I purposefully read all the stories for some reason. If you want your account, you have from this date to this date. Contact us at X hour. Don't try to charge back or else. I mean, like, chargebacks always get you banned, as far as I can tell. But like, you know, the explicit warning. Oh, someone. The Luca. They couldn't wait for more than 2 seconds and left. Sounds like a hostage situation. I mean, it kind of is, but with someone's account instead, right? Yeah, unfortunately we have my AI Peony helping this time. My AI Peony might be okay. Where'd I get the attack speed from? Is it Peony? Where'd I get the other source of attack speed from there? Huh. Curious. I mean, like, man. Don't contact the police or we will sell your Agito weapons. Ah, jeez. I don't know, man. It's all a bit of a mess. Like, developers shouldn't have been making that mistake in the first place, in erroneously granting people premium currency. And, like, it seemed like such a weird number of people to get it as well, because, like, if they're supposed to get some other currency instead, just roll back the entire thing. I don't know, man. It obviously kind of just shows that they didn't really have the sort of like, how to say it, the capacity to do so. You know, I don't know, man. It looks bad regardless. Yeah, I mean, like any sort of drama regarding a gacha, just it sticks around, and like you always hear, you know, there's stories associated with that gacha, and they become associated with that gacha, that is. It always hurts their, that's the way things turn out. They have, from what I can tell. Huh? Oh, what, like the rollback stuff? Just overkill punishment. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel weird that the community of all groups, it's the community that said, we should punish them harder. Like, it's a weird thing to demand justice for. I don't know, man. I suppose... jeez. I feel like they don't really have... If they had some sort of, like, community management at the very least, or at least somebody to, like, think out the potential ramifications of whatever they do. Man. I don't know, man. I, at the very least, I enjoy playing games quite a lot. Like Shadowverse, for example, the one time I did try it years and years ago, and then like the time I started trying it again a couple of months ago, it's just like, you get freebies everywhere and they're incredibly happy about everything. Like Game Awards, everyone gets like 100 free card packs in Shadowverse, for example. And like, hell, you get a bunch of anniversary gifts, which I suppose would be a given for everything, but like, even for unrelated stuff, I'm sure like, hell, they would have celebrated the Tokyo Game Show or something. I don't even remember anymore. I mean, half the time when they're giving us free stuff, I don't even look too hard into like the reason why we have it. I'm just like, oh, free things. I leave it at that. There was an issue where old 5-star units that had since been demoted to 4-star in the pool, and anyone who had received a 5-star was able to choose the matching 5-star focus unit? That sounds odd. Do you mean like anyone who was able to choose a matching 5-star focus unit? So it sounds like if they managed to get the previously demoted 5-star, they could exchange it for something that wasn't, no, that was the current 5-star, something along those lines. Just trying to pass your message in a way that makes sense to me. But yeah, I mean, Konoyaro, when you say playing a game made by developers like players, you gotta be a numbnut yourself. Like, what exactly has the Exos Heroes devs done to like screw people over? Because I've only dipped my toe in it myself. Like, I'm not intimately familiar with how they handle things. Well, that's what they did. They let them keep the one they got due to a bug. Oh, I see. So people mistakenly got 4-star characters because they'd previously been 5 stars. I see, I see. But my watch is buzzing because I've got it linked to my phone. And my phone is getting Discord notifications because someone is messaging me in chat. May or may not have to set myself to a do not disturb on Discord. Seafut, please. Jeez. So they handled it in the best way possible. Yeah, I mean... jeez. It's weird. I mean, in this way, it's like it was a screw up on the developer's part, but from what I can tell, like, the players didn't really have a chance to exploit anything or gain anything when they weren't supposed to. When you're affiliated with Nintendies. I mean, even Cygames before they had the Nintendo affiliation with Dragalia Lost were very generous with their previous games. I mean, the only one I had experience with before was Shadowverse. I remember like downloading it in maybe... what year was it? 2015 maybe? 2014, 2015. All the freebies. I don't know. Like, from what I can tell, some people have been saying that they feel the Nintendo affiliation is actually kind of crippling Cygames when it comes to Dragalia Lost. Like, because there's always been a lot of people saying, like, pulls are too expensive. People wish that, like, Cygames had better ways to monetize, for example, like... I think cosmetics is one big thing, like people say that they'd pay money for weapon skins, they'd pay money for just skins for people in general, that kind of thing, and I think people reckon that it's the affiliation with Nintendo that's stopping them from like monetizing more aggressively. I say like aggressively is in quotation marks because at the moment, like, everything's really expensive, nothing's really worth it, and there's nothing that you don't get any tangible benefit. Like, there's nothing that you don't get a tangible benefit for. So, like, people want to spend money on useless, fluffy things like skins and, I don't know, mimotes or bridal or that kind of thing. If they just costed money and they didn't actually offer any... if they didn't actually offer any sort of in-game benefit, I feel like people, I don't know, there'd be more opportunity there, but that's sort of just what they're dealing with, I think. It's weird. I mean, I think there's been this thing floating about saying Nintendo's not really focused too hard on the mobile market at the moment. I believe with their latest, like one of their conferences many months ago. Like, because Dragalia Lost is not exactly a big moneymaker for Nintendo. I mean, Fire Emblem Heroes, that's also Nintendo, right? But they've got an entirely different thing going on. That was way back? Fire Emblem Heroes doesn't seem to be struggling too much when it comes to monetization. Either way, if they offered like, I don't know, I mean the idea that gets bounced around a lot is a monthly pass, for example. Like a battle pass, that kind of thing. But I don't know what I'd want from it, just like... Mario Kart Tour kind of flonked Mario Run 2. Well, what are the other things that they've been... I don't think the Pokemon Masters game, is that Nintendo affiliated, or is that like straight up just Pokemon Company doing their own thing? Because I'm not 100% sure of that. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I remember playing that for a bit, but then it just became like log in, water your flowers, maybe go to the mines, and that was about it. And then just doing chores for people, right? Collecting fruit and like insects and stuff. And then the thought came to my mind, it's just like, man, I'm not actually having fun playing this game. I'm just doing chores for people. And so I stopped. I stopped right there. On another note, I actually bought Animal Crossing New Horizons last night for the Switch. Gonna start playing that. Who knows, maybe you guys will see a no fluff analysis series. Nah, no. It doesn't make sense to do no fluff analysis while Animal Crossing does it. Jeez. Pokemon Masters is Pokemon Company, and then don't know what that is. Man, I pick real bad times to use skills. I should probably stop standing in the goop. Then I was dead. Is Pokemon Company like a subsidiary of Nintendo? Because I'm not entirely 100% sure. Because it would make sense that Nintendo has a hand in everything they do if it was. Animal Crossing no fluff analysis would be the intro, and then it just ends because the whole game is fluff. Ah, jeez. Man, what would it even include? Okay, we'll do one more run, and then I'm gonna see where like my mats are at. I don't know. If I ever wanted to stream, I don't know, I'd love to stream Animal Crossing New Horizons just as a way to like sit with chat and chat shit. Thanks for the runs, no problem. Congratulations on your first clear, and hopefully you've got enough materials to like, you could click on results screen. I could. My brain may or may not be somewhat turned off at the moment. That's juicy. Okay, we'll do a check with I think the main thing I'm after actually is orbs. I'm not sure. Might need to check like consult drop tables and stuff to see which difficulties are the best for which material. See, orb wise we're at 876, tails 534. And I have no idea how much I want, so yeah, we'll stop for now. I think total orbs. Why do I run Zodiark? I think total orbs I wanted to push up just to like get the Fafnir up and then the Dracolith as well. Like my Dracolith is level 20 something, 21, something innocuous like that. And like that uses orbs. The Shadow Fafnir that I only just recently got is like something silly like level 1. Yeah, Fafnir statue level 1. I barely did Zodiark before this. I think at most I would have had like 2 or 3 clears of Zodiark before 2.0. But anyway, while we're here, let's just use our free tenfold. Actually, where are our rates at? 8 more summons before we increase 5-star rates. We're at 5%, so my last 2 days of free tenfolds, no 5 stars. It's very sad. Might be 3 days of no 5 stars. You pity broke 5% with Reyna. Feels bad. Reyna's okay, but I mean, she was. I think she was always sort of overshadowed by Ramona as the other Smithy sister that hit things hard. Oh, a dupe. Oh god. Oh god, even worse. Wowie, silver prize. Silver prize! I've not gotten any. Oh, wait, you know what? Never mind. Silver prize. Champion's Testament. That's actually sick! Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn. You run Yuden, Garlilax, Zania, Halloween Lowen anyhow. For... Oh yeah, I mean like if it's single player stuff. Huh. Silver chests have Champion's Testaments. That's kind of dank. Usual win stuff. Yeah, Reyna doesn't... I feel like her rotation might be a tiny bit complex for an AI to do. Not that I really recall what her rotation is off the top of my head. Ah man, I do kind of want Ilya though. Let's see, appearance rates, prizes, platinum prizes. 1% actually doesn't seem too bad now that I've come from a Genshin Impact, where it's like, well, 0.6% of a 5-star, and then people look at that and just like, yeah, that's not predatory at all. Man, we really are spoiled here. With 4% for a 5-star here and 6% on Galas? And like, Genshin Impact's like, oh, how about 0.6%? And how about your characters don't get more powerful unless you like pull them 7 times? It's just like, I did get 2 deluxe though. I would have preferred to just have another 5-star. I don't want 2 deluxe at all. But I did buy like the biggest pack on launch. This board, especially with Sparking now, we really are... Like, Sparking was that one thing that really didn't need to happen. And then it did. We're just like, okay. we weren't really complaining about the summoning all that much anyway, because like, okay, it kind of sucks that there were chances to sort of fall behind in terms of... Well, it was possible to come away from a banner with even unlimited summons and not get the unit you wanted, but now, like, man, we drown in summons, and even now they just made it better. It's just like, jeez. If Genshin had DL's model, oh my god, I'd be all over it. But at the moment, it's just like, I'm not too sure about this. Am I going to run more High Zodiark? Is there anything else people wanted to run? Besides like this kind of endgame stuff? Because there's also the event. There is also the event. Don't know if anyone wants to do like Omega stuff. But I'm also not too confident in being able to carry completely by myself anyhow. How's Omega 2? Omega 2... Gotta bash through it solo just to show you. What kind of team did I use for it? I used a jank-ass rainbow team. Omega 2 I think is probably possible with Chimera Tech. You haven't touched it, you have a Shadow Team boosted to 62k. I think that'll handle Omega 2 just fine. Omega 3 is the bit where it gets a bit spicy. Shadow Team with Agito. Yeah, you might be able to handle Omega 3. I think Omega 3 is more a case of being able to maintain like uptime rather than just like pure potential damage. Because there's quite a lot of things that force you to disengage, and with, I don't know, it seems to be that just sticking Grace Life Shield on things just helps you shank things a bit harder. You're so tempted to Dream Summon for Grace? Could do. Yeah, I think myself I'm at like 62k. Ah, crap. Create an alliance room? Not quite. Oh wait, I'd want to create a private room for people, right? Is there anyone that actually needs a carry or wants to do raid stuff? I don't know. I need to be like cool like Mechaf and do a queue or something. I don't even know if my stream is busy enough to actually fill up a private room. We can give it a go. Because then I can just open it to public afterwards, right? Gonna go Omega 2 solo first? Okay. Let's see, I'm boosted to only 61k. I think it's because I don't have a proper blade for Mordecai. I could go fix that real quick. Maybe. At the very least, I'm going to upgrade the Agito blade he's holding at the very least. Wait, I think I repeated myself. We'll refine this real quick. So even if he isn't gonna... Okay, we're not doing that. Oh god. What are we? Oh jeez. Blade? Do I want to do it for Blade? Yeah, let's do it for Blade. Actually, I could have used one of those, could have used that 6-star ingot just now, but we're lazy. Maybe we'll use it for another slightly more annoying clear. So we're at 41.1 or 41.2k now. I think, yeah, with Shadow you've at least got the option of a tier 2 Agito weapon, so there's slightly higher potential might. In the meantime, man, what do we do in the meantime? We'll do some more Zodiac in the meantime. Because I don't really have too much else I want to be doing at the moment. So many broken teams at the moment that I have to sift through. I think it seems about right. Oh, I'll create a room fast if anyone wants to hop in. Again, we'll do like wind conditional for people to hop in. Then we'll open things up to light. Let's see, in terms of like total number of orbs, if I wanted enough orbs to go like max out the Fafnir and the Dracolith, I think I want to get to maybe stop flexing your ashes. I don't know, man. I kind of wish I didn't have this many. I need to use them. Like, they just keep, Cygames just keeps giving me more, and I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to use them. And see if that's 2 endgame for Expert High Dragon Trials. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, yeah, this is part of the issue. I never burned through, or at least I never tried like heavily farming Expert High Dragon Trials or any just High Dragon Trials or any endgame fight in general, and that's why I have so many ashes. It's like I'm hardly gonna burn ashes to farm Imperial Onslaught or something. Waiting for Omega Agito. Seafat. Please. That might limit to like 8k. It should be fairly comfortable for a... Oh my god. Expert High Zodiark. Hey Mystic, how you doing? DJ Seafat. Why are we calling him DJ Seafat? In fact, I feel like that's... He gets called DJ Seafat in other chats as well, I'm pretty sure. Just got off that. Oh, thanks for dropping by. Hope all is well with you. Okay. Looks like this team is plenty capable. Oh my god, 40% attack speed on 4. That was crazy. Part of what I do good as a mod is keeping a channel up with song request. I see. I don't really do song request stuff because of the off chance of like me wanting to push stuff onto YouTube, because I actually export my VODs to YouTube afterwards, and song request has the unfortunate side effect of opening yourself up to being smacked by DMCA. Yeah, don't do it anymore, you're lazy now. Yeah, well, too bad, you're a mod in this channel now, Seafat. Not that anything really needs modding. Well, then you're sucked into Fire Emblem Heroes, and you have work to do at home, then back to work. Goodness me. Fire Emblem Heroes. GM Mystic, I believe your Twitch profile picture is female Robin, if I remember correctly. Usually rarely have any time to play video games unless it's your day off. Yeah, that is the side effect of, well, just life in general. You only drop a few songs. Sifa only drops a few songs on Tangi and Obi-Wan on stream now when you hang there. I mean, I know, sometimes I hang in OB's channel and stick degenerate K-pop songs in the list. When Vib shows up for some reason. Hey Lucian, how's things? Currently just churning through a bunch of Expert High Zodiark to take advantage of the drops while we're still here. Viv also likes the Gen K-pop songs though. Yeah, it works out. It seems like Viv and I have somewhat similar taste when it comes to music, I guess. Such is life. But it's okay. I know, I don't think... Unfortunately, I can't really stick too much K-pop in my playlists when I'm streaming. because DMCA goes smack. Now, you could use the time to stream, then you lack time to do other things. You don't have the luxury of resting on your laurels. Yeah, that is life. I mean, it's a case of priorities, and if you're not going to prioritize video games, then, you know, it kind of makes sense. I was working in your master's High Mercury Auto team. Thought you checked Twitch and saw I was streaming. Okay. Team is good for expert, but they die way too easy in master. I guess it depends what you're running. Oh, and do we want to try some Omega 3? Because that is an option. Team is good for expert, but they die way too easily in master. It depends heavily on what you're running. I think a lot of it comes down to just having the right defense buffs to just tank through the whirlpools, and then a bit of luck of not getting completely demolished by like 5 whirlpools in a row or something, because positioning plays a factor. Defense buffs, that kind of thing. Mina, Victor, Linyu, Lowen. I feel like Mana might die a bit too easily. I don't know, but then some people run. Some people do run like Louise and stuff. Oh, Victim? Is Victor a problem? Because if Victor grants knockback immunity, I can see how people might eat too many attacks. Because they don't get, like, invincibility from being knocked over. If the world isn't in this state, you'd be okay with this. Unfortunately it is, so my focus 7 needs to be on the world right now rather than myself. Call it not being selfless, but I'm a big softie. Yeah, I think pandemic throws people's priorities into a weird state. You also have to bias, but you notice the AI tends to get him stuck in bad places. It's an odd side effect. But yeah, I think Templar Hope would make auto runs for High Mercury very, very easy. It would make things a lot more survivable in terms of the defense buffs, and I mean, like, the healing's not really an issue with Lowen, but Templar Hope really just churns out defense buffs and such. Yeah, looks like we just churn out damage. I wouldn't swap out Lowen for Templar Hope. High Mercury, I believe, is more of a case of just tanking through everything, because you're not in danger of timing out. Because, like, I think survivability is the first priority. Then damage just sort of happens by itself, because maybe one of the issues you're having is that dead units do 0 DPS. Let's see. So Hirshu says in chat, mainly hit point boost, and yeah, that's how things go. I got stuck. I think I have Silas in my team for that, and then for everything else I've got Grace to handle survivability, and then Templar Hope does the thing where, with Grace, got the health buffs and that kind of thing. Or at least, yeah, Templar Hope helps Grace with the defense double up. I'm not entirely sure if this team, if this lobby is on track to actually clear this in time. I think we're slightly a bit too slow, this lobby. Yeah, it's reaching 248, still not at the phase change part, which bodes poorly. So yeah, it seems like there's not enough damage here. We're getting this by switching Victor. 1% co-ability defense probably new. Yeah. I mean, like, I think there's still the issue of, like, Victor potentially making your units eat more hits than they should do. Like, even if you don't end up using Templar Hope for what is it, Master High Mercury? Or like Autoing High Mercury? I think Templar Hope still ends up being somewhat worth it for Auto and Ciella, that kind of thing. Which is going to be a bit more attractive now that Master Ciella is on the way, and after Master Ciella, then like, after Master Ciella is released, then the drops from Expert and Standard are also going to improve. So there's more reason to auto those armies. Ah, it's stunned again. What's happening to Life Shield, which is peculiar. Yeah, this team probably isn't going to do it. Yeah, looks like everyone's dipped out. Okay, I mean, we'll leave it for now, I guess. I don't know, I didn't really spot anything wrong with their team composition. Well, I didn't really look, I suppose. I mostly just saw Mim, Shadow Unit, that kind of thing. Some light comps, that kind of thing. But what was I doing again? Sadness. Yeah, I might not be beefy enough to actually carry enough. At least to carry. I might be able to help you through Omega 2 at the very least. So we can probably do that. Let's see. Omega 2 raid. I'll set up a room here and I should be able to hopefully help out with that. I don't know about Omega 3, but Omega 2 should be simple enough. Never going to do this until your teams are in order. Yeah. Omega 3 requires like a lot of luck and like needs everyone to be like on cutting edge. I most likely got carried through Omega 3 just about, because like my Mordecai is still using a Shadow Agato blade. people insist that you do it. I don't know. It's the debate between like whether or not you enjoy casual content or whether or not you want like difficult content, because Omega 3 is definitely like mechanically it's not any more difficult than Omega 2. It just needs like a certain level of can't find your room? It's coded. Got noped out by a streamer. That's a funky way of doing things. Your might was too low, it was difficult quest. Might... Ah man, I don't know, it's kind of tricky with that. Oh. I would say maybe consider swapping Cat and Shinobi between your Alex and Cleo, because Alex chews through skill charges rather quickly. I mean, it depends how quickly we get Dragon Gauge, I guess. Did I do Omega 3 Raid yet? I did do it, yeah. I haven't done it on this stream, but who knows? I might not be able to like properly carry through Omega 3. I am not big and meaty enough. I need to finish farming Tartarus to get a blade for Mordecai. And even then it feels kind of wasteful because I don't really run any light blades ever. It didn't matter at the end because the end of the day might is not equal to the skill of the player. Yeah, I mean might is mostly I mean it's mostly like a measuring stick, and I guess people just tend to assume a lot based on the number. Man, it seems like there's not too many people running Omega 2 anymore, huh? And I guess that's sort of another issue. Like, most of the people with like decent power levels clear early on. We have a 50k Alex here, who looks questionable, but we'll see, we'll see. Most pugs usually drug strictly by that metric. I mean, like, there's not really much else you can judge someone by if you haven't played with them before. Because besides their might, besides their worm prints, I guess it's kind of tricky. Oh, those stun as well, huh? Try to roll out, but I guess it's not meant to be. I guess the problem with status elements is that they knock the energy off me as well, which is mildly annoying. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Omega's always just been for, like, bragging rights. DL hard punishes if you're not constantly grinding, but at the same time it's wanting to be casual as well. So you're catering to two different audiences. I mean, if you only ever cater to one audience, then like you leave the other audience feeling a bit alienated in a way. So, I mean, the age-old adage plays, well, proves true here in that, you know, you can't please everyone. Ah, jeez. Oh, that's a lot of people prisoned in the middle there. Oh, the poison's actually stopping my energy from building as well. Okay. See if that can be an issue. How do I have Frostbite? Jeez, my internet really is hacking out here. I'm not a fan of these orbs rotating everywhere, just doing this whole sucky. Mildly off-putting. Why does he travel? It seems like we've just about done this. Maybe? Oh, someone completely died. Okay, we might not have this. Okay, huh. Did they die? Or was it just a lack of damage again? Huh. I feel like we were on track. We had one player wipe by the 2-minute mark. Oh, that might explain things. I wasn't really paying attention to that kind of stuff, but we'll try that again. I like the bonuses, a minor boost to use excess resources at least. You mean like the weapon bonuses and stuff? Yeah, I think we would have been fine at that if we didn't have one person wipe, because we were on track. Like, we cleared phase 1 with like 3.5 minutes remaining almost. They didn't give out emblem super slowly. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how quickly you want to hit Omega, because like Nightmare does give a decent number of the silver and bronze emblems, but it's like you get that clear bonus once a day. Yeah, given that everyone else that joined is like 62k, we might be okay. You got her to half HP before she team wiped. I think also have a look at Lucian. Have a look at what you're wiping to, because like if you're eating too many hits, if you're not breaking before a certain mechanic, for example. Because damage-wise, I find my team is breaking at like just before first waterfall, or sometimes like right after first waterfall. That's for expert high mercury though. I don't know. With master, it might be just after both. But yeah, it can be tricky if you don't have grace. It might even be worth it to run like, I don't know, it's odd. There's also things to consider like your hit point levels, because low end obviously boosts the maximum hit points and that helps with survivability. But if you take too long to ramp that up, if you take too long to ramp up hit points, then it can mean that you die to stuff that doesn't work so well. Oh, you disconnected. I think my net's been kind of crap recently. It might be a few too many people sort of bouncing around on the net at the moment. Okay, we'll disband this one because of the disconnect. I'll try making again. Yeah, I feel like my internet's being a bit crappy recently. Yeah, we may have gotten it with that room. But yeah, code is 342 9480. We didn't miss too much. We're just remaking the room. But when it comes to Omega, it can be a bit tricky. Hopefully get into this room. And Mystic, you're gonna have to be specific? Oh, you want to get an Omega 2 ring? Yeah, we can churn through that. I think this one will be a couple of minutes and then we'll be good to roll into it again. I kinda don't want to get hit by this. Yeah, the stun throws things off quite badly. Stops me from lasering as much as I'd like to. Casual 1.6 million on the SG, which is really nice. Mordecai gets like that massive strength boost from the raid, which is nice. Okay. 3 minutes and 12 on the clock. You should be okay, just about. This should be okay, just about. But if only the time don't keep ticking while we have these long-ass cutscenes. No, I think that's actually quite a common complaint. As well. Time stores at the end, yeah. Like, if you manage to... If you manage to get him to, like, the final stage with the different... locked up... I don't know what to call them. But if you empty this health bar, then it doesn't matter when you run out of time. So this is essentially the only health bar you have to deal with. That's locked by the time. This is a fun way of doing things. So like that final stage where you're just busting through the miasma prisons and that kind of thing is really just a victory lap kind of thing. It doesn't really hold any meaning. Or at least I don't think there's been any parts where it has held any meaning. But to be fair, I've never been in a lobby where people sort of purposefully screwed that bit up. This is still surprisingly close. Okay, we're good. Just. Where did I even go? What? I ended up targeting him even though he was invulnerable, which is a bit funky. Thank God the time for this part doesn't matter because we took far too long to clear that bit. So through the heart. Yeah. And then your classic supervillain screaming out the name of the protagonist, but I don't know, with the story we've seen it's like it's not really too clear who's who. Yeah, we'll make another room for I don't know how to say that name. Is that just 171 171 171? It's Dio. Yeah, I mean, like, the voice actors for this are pretty good. Actually, are those ones or are those L's or capital I's? Mordecai's also voiced by him. I mean, Ah, but Mordecai is all soft and squishy and ooh-woo. Who named themselves High Stream? Oh my god. Oh dear. That's a funky name, but that's one of you guys, huh? Hopefully my net's not crapping out and we're gonna jump in just about now. Come on. Oh god. I swear to god, if people end up disconnecting again, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Is everyone in? Cool, no crises. Okay, we're definitely on time for this. As long as we keep everyone alive, I think we're good. He said, oh, it's 18, I just like to make people struggle? Wait, this came up on Metcalf's stream before as well. But... okay, I don't think it's gonna be... we're okay. I think the name I was struggling the most was the 17177171 thing. Oh no, poison. Oh, I got Gavin and Trina. How am I poisoned again? Makes sense for Moriarty and Mordecai to share the same voice actor. Whoa, spoilers! Completely wild. Get carried away! Wait. We just skipped the final phase. We skipped the final phase. Okay, I guess that happened. Okay, I guess that happened. I mean, like, if you're not forced to watch through a bunch of cutscenes, I guess, like, it's not so bad. Is there anyone else that needed carrying through Omega 2? Not that I'm really doing much carrying myself. If anyone needs their first go, that kind of thing. No promises. I might just be bad. Otherwise, I'll probably want to finish up. Streaming for 2 hours is about my comfort zone, I think. But Sventus, welcome back. Yeah. Oh, and you're a Ghanaian? Okay. In which case, let's talk about... Actually, it's K. Yeah, we'll talk about Ciella, I think. Just general units you might want to run. Because people have been asking in my Discord, that kind of thing. And let's see. I mean, like, I haven't really built anyone, so to speak, but we could blow up a couple of rooms here. But yeah. Linyu gets KO'd when Mercury does Whirlpool? That could be a case of unfortunate positioning. Need to give Linyu High Mercury's Bane. I mean, that might help you break earlier, but at most that typically just helps you avoid waterfalls. I think whirlpools typically always happen. Unless you, like, slow down your break speed. I don't know. It's tricky. Let's see, if we have a look at the wind roster... Who might be good? I mean, like, healer-wise, if we need a healer... Because if we don't need a healer, I feel like most people are going to try and fit in, like, Tobias. Oh, I don't have a Tobias. I'd put him... If I had one, I'd put him here. But buffers like Noel, possibly Templar Hope, might be the... Like, people will try and get away without using a healer, if possible, otherwise it'll probably be Lowen. Yeah, Templar Hope kinda handles healing, but he doesn't handle huge numbers of mistakes. I feel like if this were to go like Final Fantasy XIV style of progression, then like you'd start with a healer. Once you learn all the mechanics, you try and swap out the healer for something like, I don't know. But like, it's strange, Wedding Alazan never really made it into Ciella that much. I guess it's just because he struggles with moving targets. I don't know. And I guess like the whole no freeze resist thing makes her a bit... but there's not too much that freezes either, right? I guess she just lacks the huge amount of damage that other units have. Because before you could just sit still and like... Yeah, because like High Mercury dashes a couple of times and then she sits still for a good amount of time, so like you can sit in the healing zone, that kind of thing. But I guess Ciella dashes, mist veils, that kind of thing. And then let's see, in terms of DPS units, people are definitely going to try and slot in a Louise. Because, let's see, with Hawk, that kind of thing. Like, Hawk is only really Well, here's like another thing. Like, he might work early on, but if Ciella happens to have too high of a health pool to sort of counter the whole Tobias Hawk stuff, because like the reason I think Tobias Hawk works is because Freya, that is, you do enough damage to get Dragon Gauge by the time you need healing. But if they just ramp up the amount of early damage in Master Ciella, then like that'll be bye-bye to any sort of Freya healing strats. In terms of DPS units, I suppose Reef will work. Mena's a questionable one. She might work with Midgard Solma 0. I don't know, just abusing flurry stuff. Gala Ranzel might actually work now, given his massive buffs following 2.0. I'm very curious as to whether or not Amane might end up. I'm sure somebody will try and clear with Summer Amane. Just use her as a healer and buffer. Ah, she doesn't have the 15% strength buff, huh? It's very sad. But I suppose she already has a strength buff on S2, but I don't know, that 15% 1 minute strength buff is actually pretty good. As for other units, I don't know. Is there a chance for Pia to suddenly be useful? Because I think following 2.0, her S1 does like 2.3k mods. None of energy. I don't know if there's anyone that really abuses energy in Wind, but I think Pia at least has energy double buff. So she could churn out some really high damage potentially. Aileen? Let's have a look at what Aileen does. I think Aileen has... She had a strength buff added to her S2. S1 just does flat damage. As for the actual mods of it though, I'd have to look it up. So let's see, Aileen. Aileen does 1.76k on her S1 with an SP cost of 2,579, which doesn't seem too bad. It's not quite as high as Pia. Now, why do they make Pia hit so much harder than Aileen despite being a literal child? Arrows from above. I mean, that's kind of the thing. If you do get clipped by the arrows, if you get clipped by one of the earlier arrows in Phase 2 of Expert Ciella, I mean, Pia S2, did they not buff her... I mean, they made it increase strength. If I double checked the changes they made, regarding the 2.0 changes for Pia, because the strength buff wasn't there before, right? Oh, and the energy level increase, they changed it. They changed it from 1 to 2. So it actually energized people within a couple more casts. And in terms of actual SP cost, Pia's actually not too bad. I think her S2, 3.6k SP to charge her S2. In terms of other wind units that work on energy, I believe there's Summer Norwin. Other wind units on energy, I think after that I'm less sure. You might have to start, I don't know, trying to tuck in like, you know, weird energy double buff things. I think Straightlaced said something about the morality of bringing literally children into war. Yeah, I mean, Yuden, never change. They're old enough to hold a lance, they're old enough to stab someone. I mean, like the other problem we have, I mean, who are the literal children? We've got Lowen, we've got... I mean, Emma kinda acts childish. Hope is like, he kinda has teenager vibes. Veronica's technically a princess, but I'm pretty sure she's a child, no? I don't know where that's going. Hey Eclipse, how's things? We're just kind of finishing up stream soon, I think, but before that we're just going over who might be workable for Master Ciella in the next couple of days. Alright, trying to beat Omega 3. Yeah, I'd like to carry people through it, but I don't think my team's quite beefy enough. Berserker lurks at night to scare the children. Yeah, no, the Maribel scenes. Maribel, the literal child of the forest. I kind of want to build Nadine. Not for any particular reason. Maybe there is a particular reason. I might be biased. And then you've got like the Smithy sisters. Renee is definitely childlike in proportion. Amane is a full woman grown, for example. You've got Elias. Oh my god. Elias and Pierre. And other... And then Estelle is questionable. Ricard is questionable. Sort characters by age? I think canonically nobody really mentions age, huh? Aldred has definitely got like angsty teenager oozing from him. Then you got Taro, somewhat childish. You've got... I've forgotten this dagger's name. Francesca. Oh, she's a merchant, right? She's probably fine. How old is Pipple? I mean, he's a vegetable, right? He's probably no more than a couple of years old. Pipple is a toddler. But that's never been a problem for Yuden's army, right? But yeah, wind units, I mean like, Gala Ranzel for his sheer DPS, I feel like a lot of people will try and work him in. In terms of buffers, if I had to bias, then he'd be in this list, but if Freya to bias doesn't work out, then people will probably try Templar Hope. And if that doesn't work out, then there might be low-end stuff going on. And like if people need help with survivability, there's also the chance that people might try and work in a Silas. Yeah, I got a follow from someone. Who was it? Fatty Pikachu, thank you for the follow. I don't know. Silas might be a slot in if people are starting to struggle with survivability and they need like the hit point buffs, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I mean, I'm probably not going to see a Ranzel at all. Like standard Ranzel anyway. But Gala Ranzel at the very least now does oodles of damage post 2.0. Standard Ranzel, maybe if people try and solo him. Astro Galaxy? Thanks for the follow. That's tricky to say. Resurvivability anyway. Linyu, I think, does decent amounts of damage. There's Gala Leaf as well. Addis unfortunately sort of fell by the wayside, and I don't know about Dragon Yule Zanfred actually. This one's a crit buff, which isn't quite the same. And then there's S2, I think charges too slowly for it to be really useful for like enabling dragon builds. But yeah, Louise, have I mentioned her already? If people don't try and hawk cheese, then I guess Louise is the next best thing, because she actually has like decent amounts of sustained damage that isn't too reliant on stun, that kind of thing. Alright, yeah, I believe I do have a shout out command now. I added that before. So if Seafot wants to shout out people, sure. Otherwise, I kind of want to just check out who else is streaming Dragalia Lost now, because then we'll go abuse them, go raid them, that kind of thing. Ah, there's nobody else streaming. There's only Schwapple. Oh, Mechaf's streaming Breath of the Wild, so I guess we can go abuse him. Yeah, we'll go abuse Mechaf. What's a good team to auto master High Mercury if you're using off-element Agito weapons? I mean, the units you use shouldn't be dependent on the weapons available, but I don't know what, like, because team composition is always going to be something like, I don't know, personally I'm using Grace, Templar Hope, Ranzel, Silas, like very similar to what I use for autoing Ciella. Like the flexible unit here, I mean like Grace might get swapped for Lowen, for example. Yeah, and then like Silas Louise kind of, yeah. And then like, I mean Templar Hope I think is the key unit here, just because obviously survivability, and then just like provides defense buffs for the rest of your team. And then experiment with other stuff, like with off-element Agito weapons, you might find that it's a bit trickier to work in Gold Fafnir's, that kind of thing. Oh, Mechaf is now clearing the final... Is that the final boss? When it comes to Breath of the Wild? I don't know, but I'd like to finish up things here, and we'll go harass him. You can always add High Mercury's Bane, yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. So it doesn't matter too much, but either way, thank you to everyone for dropping by. I'm gonna call things here. We'll go abuse Mechaf in his chat. We'll see how things are. Yeah, thanks again guys. I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, Saturday,